I'm Marietta Lombard, the Executive Director of the Forum of Community Journalists, and welcome to the 2020 FCJ Annual Excellence Awards. It is here where we commend and acknowledge you, the community journalists, photographers and editors. Last year will go down in history as the year that the world changed. Despite a global lockdown, journalists, including you, the community journalists and our FCJ members, continue to fulfill your role as storytellers. You successfully captured the voice of South African communities amidst a global pandemic. You kept their voices alive. For the 2020 competition, the FCJ board had a hard look at the categories, and we realized that our decision to introduce COVID-19 reportage into the 2020 competition was the right call, as this category attracted the second highest number of entries in our writing section. The judges were impressed by the journalist's ability to skillfully interweave crucial and critical information whilst maintaining a storytelling style. They fulfilled the inform and educate function of the media and provided valuable, even life-saving information to their readers, whilst not distracting from the interest of unfolding stories. 2020 was a difficult year for photographers, as judges noted their disappointment in the standard and a drop in the number of entries. The top photographer not only impressed judges with a solid portfolio, but also dominated in their individual categories. Feedback from the judges will be compiled in a presentation to better equip photographers for future competitions. Feedback will also be provided in other categories. Although some of us had to say goodbye to colleagues, and many of us had to endure the pain of seeing some of our newspapers go to print for the last time, the Newspaper of the Year categories continue to be highly contested. Our esteemed judges felt it crucial to highlight that community newspapers are still the best source of hyper-local relevant news. They are still the most effective platform where communities' voices can be heard, and they remain the best medium for advertisers and promoters. As we host our second virtual award ceremony, the FCJ executive members thank our judges for their tremendous work in not only judging the 2042 individual content pieces, but also for providing valuable feedback for distribution to our entrants. We thank our sponsors, Caxton and Media24, for their ongoing support of this annual competition, which aims to ensure a credible media for future generations. Personally, I wish to thank the FCJ directors for their diligent participation in the work done by the FCJ. And last but not least, we thank you, the community journalists, photographers and editors, for continuously entering this competition and showing your support to the FCJ.
The finalists for the FCJ Annual Excellence Awards are as follows. Photography. Overall judges noted that 2020, possibly due to COVID-19, was a difficult year for photographers and expressed disappointment in the overall standard and number of entries. They reminded photographers of the importance of sharpness of images, angles and composition and variety of skill. In the category of sports photography, judges noted a lack in sharply focused images and variety of sports, which can be attributed to COVID-19 lockdowns. Some photographers did show off with panning skills in different sports, but even the most general sport photos like athletics and rugby lacked the wow factor. The winners showed impressive panning technique, good composition and overall impact. The 10 finalists were in no specific order. Fast Forward, Etienne van Rensberg of Val Weekblad. Too Late, Wayne van der Walt of Highvelder. Sien Julle by die eindstreep, Hugo Redlinghuis of George Herald. In the Hole, Hugo Redlinghuis of George Herald. Gijima, Wayne van der Walt of Highvelder. Mooi Mik, Hugo Redlinghuis of George Herald. Op en oor, Wayne van der Walt of Highvelder. Hartstikke Haasbeck, Etienne van Rensburg of Val Weekblad. Billy van der Bull, Wayne van der Walt of Highvelder. And Inikaka van die Moddermonster, Elsje Vermeulen of Val Weekblad. And your top three: in third place, Too Late, Wayne van der Walt of Highvelder. In second place, Billy van der Bull, Wayne van der Walt of Highvelder. And your overall winner in first place, Fast Forward, Etienne van Rensburg of Val Weekblad. In the category of General News Photography, judges reminded photographers that this category grants the opportunity to catch the subject off guard and capture a moment in time that tells a story. The winning photo was described by judges as having the wow factor, with impressive visual impact, awesome storytelling, and newsworthiness. The 10 finalists in no specific order were: Dis May Bien, Zita Goldswain, Witbank News. Haveloos, Wayne van der Walt, Highvelder. Squatting Birthday, Christine Vermeulen, Witbank News. General 4-1, Deleen Nordea, Middelburg Observer. Hou Vas, Wayne van der Walt of Highvelder. She Ain't Heavy, She's My Teacher, Talem Meyer, Village News. So Maak Jy 'n Entrance, Elsje Vermeulen, Val Weekblad. Waiting in Style, Elsje Vermeulen, Val Weekblad. Met Melk Dankie, Marita Swanepoel, Polokwane Review. And Trolley Ritter, Zita Goldswain, Witbank News. And your top three: in third place, She Ain't Heavy, She's My Teacher, Talem Meyer of Village News. In second place, Haveloos, Wayne van der Walt, Highvelder. And in first place, taking the overall prize, Hou Vas, Wayne van der Walt of Highvelder. In the category Hard News Photography, this category, again likely due to COVID-19, lacked visual impact and imagination. The winning photo showcased awesome exposure, sharp focus and composition, which makes the photo stand out. The 10 finalists in no specific order were: Vlug van die Lewe, Christine Vermeulen of Witbank News. Listen, Wayne van der Walt, Highvelder. Lê Stil, Zita Goldswain of Witbank News. Target Acquired, Blake Linda, Neisner and Plet Herald. And Ek mis my gestorwe maats, Elsje Vermeulen of Val Weekblad. Point Blank, Wayne van der Walt of Highvelde. Papa Wat Nou, Christine Vermeulen of Witbank News. Vlamme Woed, Wayne van der Walt of Highvelde. And 'n gebed vir 'n gestorwe boer, Elsje Vermeulen of Val Weekblad. And your top three in third place, Point Blank, Wayne van der Walt of Highvelde. In second place, 'n gebed vir 'n gestorwe boer, Elsje Vermeulen of Val Weekblad. And your overall winner in first place, Listen, Wayne van der Walt of Highvelde. We move on to writing categories. The first, investigative reporting. Judges noted that copy editing was not up to the usual high standards, possibly as COVID-19 placed newsrooms under increased pressure. The winning entry showcases the portfolio of a journalist who holds officials to account through persistency. The top five in no specific order. Deleen Nordia, Middelburg Observer. Brayton Cupido, Worcester Standard. Rick Murray, Hermanus Times. John Hosette, Talk of the Town. And Jona Boshoff, Middelburg Observer. Your top three. In third place, Deleen Nordia, Middelburg Observer. In second place, Jana Boshoff, Middelburg Observer. And your overall winner in first place, John Hosette, Talk of the Town. Moving to the category of hard news, although quality crime and event-driven stories were entered, the judges remind journalists that issues relevant to a community's daily existence is what is needed to excel in this category. Judges believe that many journalists worked from behind their desks only during the COVID-19 lockdown and did not go out into the community to find stories. There were many stories with unanswered questions, some single-source stories, and often no clear attempts to follow up and find all the answers. Judges also expressed concern about the ethical issues pertaining to reports. The winners in this category showcased a network of contacts, initiative, and persistence to uncover real issues affecting their communities. The 10 finalists in no specific order. Samantha Lee Jacobs, People's Post. Rob Knowles, Talk of the Town. Richard Roberts, Tigerberger. Desiree Rourke, Tigerberger. Dustin Vedovich, Potchefstroom Herald. Esme Erasmus of Tigerberger. Helena Barnard of Noord-Kaap Bulletin. Bianca Duplessis, Hermanus Times. Gerda Breinet of Val Weekblad. Gerard Reda of Middelburg Observer. And Bridget Mpande of Lowvelde. Your top three positions. In a joint third place, Desiree Rourke of Tigerberger and Helena Barnard of Noord-Kaap Bulletin. In second place, Bridget Impande of Lowvelder. And your overall winner in first place, Samantha Lee Jacobs of People's Post. In the category of COVID-19 reportage, community journalists stepped up to the challenge to report on this global pandemic, and with their natural talent for human interest news, kept readers updated on both the positive and negative developments in this unfolding drama. The judges were impressed by the journalists' ability to skillfully interweave crucial and critical information, whilst maintaining storytelling style. Good human interest writing skills guaranteed success in this category, as COVID-19 is deeply human interest related. Judges were impressed by creative angles, solid research, and good presentation. The empathy with journalists handled difficult subject matter was impressive. The 10 finalists in no specific order. Dalian Nordia, Middelburg Observer. Kaylin Bantam of People's Post. Helena Barnard of Noord-Kaap Bulletin. Desiree Rourke, Tigerberger. Natalie Falyun of People's Post. Jana Boshoff, Middelburg Observer. Samantha Lee Jacobs, People's Post. Mareike Swart, Swartland Gazette. Murphy Roberts, Weskus Nuus. And Wayne van der Walt, Highvelder. Your top three. In third place overall, from Weskus Nuus, Murphy Roberts. In second place, Desiree Rourke of Tigerberger. And your overall winner in first place, from the Middelburg Observer, Dalian Nordia. In the category of human interest, excellent quality is how the judges described the standard in this category. The top three scored impressive marks, with judges having to make difficult calls between the winner and second place. Your 10 finalists in no specific order. Marita Swanepoel of Polokwane Review. Leentjie Mens of Bloemnuus. Dalian Nordia, Middelburg Observer. Karen Engelbrecht of Letaba Herald. Fuad Essak, Cape Community Newspapers, Plainsman. Nielen de Klerk of Tigerberger. Jamie Laken Gordon of District Mail. Marty Will of Vista. Esme Erasmus of Tigerberger. And Helena Barnard of Noord-Kaap Bulletin. And your top three positions. In third place, from Tigerberger, Esme Erasmus. In second place overall, Marita Swanepoel of Polokwane Review. And your overall winner, taking first place, Nielen de Klerk of Tigerburger. Moving to the category of sport reportage. With COVID-19 causing havoc for the sports industry, judges had to adapt their thinking and assessment in determining the top performers. There was a distinct difference in quality between the top 5 performers and the remainder of entries. The top entries were not hindered by COVID-19, and it was thinking outside the box that pushed these sports journalists to excel. Many of them are experienced journalists, and it showed through their ability to adapt in the field of sports. The top 5 finalists were, in no specific order: David Rush of the South Coast Herald, Hugo Redlinghuis of George Herald, Blake Linder of Knysna Plet Herald, Fuad Esak, Cape Community Newspapers Plainsman, and Marty Will of Vista. And your top 3 as follows. In third place overall, from Vista, Marty Will. In second place, Fuad Esak of Cape Community Newspapers Plainsman. And your overall winner in this category, first place going to Hugo Redlinghuis of the George Herald. Digital reporting. Several entries lacked important components of digital reporting, as well as journalism basics such as photo captions and credits, commentary or captions in videos, and sufficient sources. Judges remind the digital storytellers that online is no different to print, in that online stories, videos, and photo galleries are stories. They should contain good and detailed information to inform the reader or the viewer. The winner in this category presented a range of interesting stories about topical issues. The winner used opportunities presented by the web and created videos to complement online storytelling, such as a well-narrated video of a court case, providing context and telling a story through the video. Your finalists, in no specific order: Deline Nordea of Middelburg Observer, Jared Westerdale of the Roodepoort Record, Northsider, Samantha Lee Jacobs of People's Posts, Danelle Watts of Lohvelder, and Sanalisiwe Tsinde of Highway Mail. In third place, Jared Westerdale of Roodepoort Record, Northsider. In second place overall, Danelle Watts of Lohvelder. And your overall winner, taking first place, Samantha Lee Jacobs of People's Post. On to columns. Although the standard of the top 10 categories was very high, some lacked local angles. There was only a 4-point difference between the top 6 and only 1-point difference between the top 3. The winner covered a wide range of relevant topics, has good knowledge of the topics, and shows the ability to express an opinion. The winner also managed to reflect the local relevance in columns. The top 10 were, in no specific order: Jared Westerdale, Roodepoort Record, Northsider; Gerda Breinet, Val Weekblad and Stir South; Blake Linder, Knysna Plet Herald; Linkiemans Bloemnuis, Linzetta Karlitz Lowvelder, Pumulelo Slati of the Representative, Tamsin Yankees of Worcester Standard, Madre Mure of Bloemnuis, Jaal Malgas of Westlander, and Samantha Lee Jacobs of People's Post. The top three are Blake Linda, Knysna Plet Herald, Pumulelo Slati of the Representative, and Tamsin Yankees of Worcester Standard. And your overall winner, congratulations to Pumulelo Slati of the Representative. Onto the category of editorial comment. All entries were of a very high standard, with only a 6-point difference between the lowest and highest score. A lot of space was given to COVID-19, but not everyone was brought closer to home to give it the right angle. Most participants covered a wide range of topics, and it was easy to see that everyone knew their readers and their distribution area. The winner showed versatility and a good knowledge of their environment and their readers. The top 10 in no specific order. Jolien van der Merwe of Westlander, Tasman Cupido of District Mail, Helena Barnard of Noordkaap Bulletin, Jon Hosette of Talk of the Town, Marty Will of Vista, Toby van den Berg, Middelburg Observer, Dustin Vedovich of Potchefstroom Herald, Marlene Jordan of Worcester Standard, Luvuyo Umjukula of The Representative, and Lisa Bayers of Pole Post. Your top three: Luvuyo Umjukula, The Representative; Toby van den Berg, Middelburg Observer; Jon Hosette, Talk of the Town. And your winner in first place, Jon Hosette, Talk of the Town. Headlines. Judges compared this category's standards to mainstream media, describing it as better than mainstream newspapers in some instances. Some entries contained normal run-of-the-mill headlines, and the judges suggest that journalists look at the entries of the top three in this category to gain an understanding of what an excellent headline should constitute. Judges had a difficult task to determine a winner between the top three, but it was the winner's witty use of the language and powerful interplay with the article submitted that ensured the victory. The finalists were, in no specific order: Madre Mure, Bloemnuis; Chrisune Vermeulen of Witbank News; Voor Essak, Cape Community Newspapers; Samantha Lee Jacobs of People's Post; Etienne van Rensburg, Vaal Weeksblad; Samantha Trail, Witbank News; Mark Kinnear of Lowvelder; Elsje Vermeulen of Vaal Werksblad. And Gerda Breinet of Vaal Werksblad. Taking third place overall, Madre Marer of Bloemnuis. Your second place position goes to Samantha Lee Jacobs of People's Post. And your overall winner in first place, congratulations to Etienne van Rensberg of Vaal Werkblad. Moving on to the category of Best Front Pages. Due to a lack of entries, there were no winners in the independent newspapers category. In your corporate-owned free, judges commended publications for use of striking photographs depicting hard news, in many cases with good use of teasers to highlight news inside. Cutouts and text wrap were used to dramatize visual effect with clever artwork and relevant background to photos and headings. The top 10 finalists in the Best Front Pages Corporate-Owned Free, in no specific order. Bonus Review, Roodepoort Record, Bloemnuis, Bedford View and Edenvale News, Noord-Kaap Bulletin, Northcliffe Melville Times, People's Post City and Atlantic Seaboard, Randfontein Herald, Rosebank Killarney Gazette, and Tigerberger of Belleville. And your winners in this category are, in third place overall, Roodepoort Record. In second place overall, Northcliffe Melville Times. And your overall winner in first place, Bedford View and Edenvale News. In the category Corporate Owned Paid, judges commended publications for showing initiative and originality in presentations. Layout styles resemble a magazine-style approach but with strong news headlines. Teasers are prominent and clear to follow with smaller photos included. Your top 10 finalists in no specific order are Bosveld, District Mail Districts Pos, George Herald, Hermanus Times, Lohvelder, Paul Post, South Coast Herald, Knysna and Plet Herald, Witbank News, and Worcester Standard. And taking the top 3 positions, in third place overall, Paul Post. Taking your second place in this category, Lohfelder. And congratulations to our overall winners in the corporate owned paid. In first place, Knysna and Plet Herald. Newspaper of the Year. Due to a lack of entries, there were no winners in the Independent Commercial Newspaper of the Year category. The remainder of the newspaper categories remain highly contested, with judges stating that after careful consideration of all the entries, the standard can only be described as excellent. Judges noted that the newspaper categories called for hectic competition and tough decision. As expected, the 3 C's, COVID-19, crime and corruption, and the 3 S's, sport, services and schools, featured prominently in most entries. Judges added that the adjudication process again confirms that community newspapers are still the best source of news for a specific community, the most effective platform where communities' voices can be heard, and they excel in providing detail in local and relevant news. Onto the category corporate owned, free, pagination 24 and less. The 5 finalists in no specific order: Noord-Kaap Bulletin, South Coast Sun, Record Oos, Germiston City News, and Tygerberger. Your top 3. In third place, Tygerberger, edited by Cecilia Hume. In second place overall, Germiston City News, editor Marietta Lombard. And in first place, your overall winner, the South Coast Sun, edited by Rulin D'Amico. In the category corporate owned, free, pagination 24 and more, for the Watts Trophy, the top 5 finalists in no specific order: Randburg Sun, Kempton Express, Fourways Review, Santon Chronicle, Bedford View and Edenvale News. And your top 3 positions: in third place, Bedford View and Edenvale News, the editor Marietta Lombard. In second place, Randburg Sun, editor Amy McGill. And taking the overall win, Kempton Express, edited by Marietta Lombard. The corporate-owned, paid circulation 5,000 and less, the Holzer Trophy. The finalists in no specific order: Bosvelder, Vryheid Herald, District Mail, Districtspos, Valweekblad, and Polokwane Review. Your top 3 in third place overall: Polokwane Review, edited by Jolie Nash. In second place, District Mail, Districtspos, editor Tasman Cupido. And your overall winner in first place, Val Weekblad, edited by Elsha Vermeulen. Corporate owned, paid circulation 5,000 and more. The Cronwright Trophy, Worcester Standard. Witbank News, Lohvelder, Paul Post and George Herald. And your top three: in third place, George Herald, editor Lizette da Silva. In second place, Lohvelder, editor Stefan de Villiers. And your overall winners: in first place for the Cronwright Trophy, Paul Post, editor Lisa Bayers. The Alet Roux Award. The Alet Roux Award is given by the judges to a journalist that has been in the industry for less than 3 years and who is a finalist in the Journalist of the Year category. The judges were impressed with the quality of work entered by the young journalists, and this is a good sign for the future of community journalism. The winning entry showcased a variety of topics and included news you can use to better inform readers. And your winner of the Alet Roux Award is Jared Westerdale, Roodepoort Record and Northsider. The Photographer of the Year. The winning portfolio convinced the judges that the photographer is a skillful photographer who understands the basic principles of photography. This photographer has a trained eye, and his or her technical ability will have him or her achieve great success at any mainstream agency or newspaper. Four photographers impressed the judges to qualify as finalists, and they were Christine Vermeulen of Witbank News, Etienne van Rensberg, Val Weekblad, Wayne van der Walt of Highvelder, and Elsha Vermeulen of Val Weekblad. And the FCJ Photographer of the Year for 2020 goes to Wayne van der Walt of Highvelder. Journalist of the Year. The winning entries in the prestigious Journalist of the Year category showed versatility, tenacity, good writing, strong research skills, and persistent coverage of important local issues. This category is about showing real understanding of your community and being able to cover many different topics. Your top 10 finalists in no specific order. Etienne van Rensburg of Val Weekblad, Chantel Hartebest of Paul Post, Samantha Lee Jacobs of People's Post, Abongile Sulundwana of The Representative, Jared Westerdale of Roodepoort Record Northsider, Natalie Viljoen of People's Post, Desiree Rock of Tigerberger, Blake Linda, Neisner Plet Herald, Dalian Nodier of Middelburg Observer, and Karina Roux of Tigerberger. And your top three: in third place overall, Desiree Rock of Tigerberger. The second place goes to People's Post Natalie Viljoen. And your FCJ Journalist of the Year for 2020, congratulations to Samantha Lee Jacobs of People's Post. The Board of Directors of the Forum of Community Journalists thanks Media24 and Caxton for their continued and valued support. A huge thanks also to the judges for the very difficult tasks they performed with consummate professionalism. Andre Gous, Cornea Pretorius, Talita Low Swanepoel, Henny Stander, Willem Kempen, Colin Hofman, Marita Meyer, Pedro Diederichs, Johan de Jager, Johan Marman, Marlene Milan, Henny Human, Eddie Alberts, Sari van den Berg, Lizette Odendaal, Janus Snyders.